is Fun with Research. I'm Susan Beyer. Welcome back. You would be surprised, I think, at how many times when I'm talking about research with an agency and their client, someone says, but Steve Jobs says that market research isn't helpful for product development. So that's what we're going to talk about today, what Steve Jobs didn't say about market research. So this all comes from a 1998 interview with Steve, in which he said, it's really hard to design products by focus groups because a lot of times people don't know what they want until you show it to them. And he continued to sort of make that point throughout the rest of his career. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And what Steve understood, I believe, is that asking people for solutions can often be unhelpful. One of the things that's so clear in the research that we've done over the years is that a lot of people don't know what the solution is, and that's the problem. That's why they're still struggling, because they don't know what the solution is. So asking customers or prospects about the solution from a product standpoint may not be helpful, but asking them about the problems that they are having with what they're using right now and why they haven't been able to overcome those challenges already is incredibly powerful when you are developing a product or a service. I am fairly old, almost 58. This mixtape was made for me in 1986 by a dear friend of mine. I remember very clearly the days when this was the best that we had. I live in Arizona. There are lots of problems that cassette tapes have in Arizona. You can't keep them in your car because they melt. It's a real challenge. So did I know back in 1986 that the iPod was the solution to my problems? I did not. I didn't even conceive of anything like that. What I knew was that this was a problem, right? You couldn't skip around very easily. It was very difficult to get all of the music you wanted to listen to at a given time on a given tape. Again, you couldn't keep them in your car, and you just didn't have all of the music that you wanted with you at the time. This is a problem that Steve understood, and that's why we got the iPod. So when you're thinking about research, don't think about asking your people to solve the problem for you. That's not their job. Their job is to help you understand what the problem is, because you know a lot of things that they might not. My friend Chris Lee and I were talking about CRMs, customer relationship management systems. So these are those big database programs that allow you to keep track of your customers and your prospects, your clients, reach out to them, kind of know where everybody is in the life cycle. Many years ago, when I asked Chris what problem CRM providers were solving, he said, well, people don't have a CRM. That's not the problem, and he knows better now. That's not the problem. The problem is I can't remember who I met at that conference. I can't keep track of my contacts. How long has it been since I reached out to that prospect? Did I ever get that person the information that they needed? Those are the problems that people were struggling with and continue to struggle with. But a lot of those folks would not name a CRM as the solution. First of all, a lot of them don't know what that is. And a lot of them who do know what it is don't think it's right for them, don't think it's solving the problems that they need solved. CRM experts know better, and their job is to help people understand that what they offer solves a problem. But you got to start with the problem, folks. And that's really what's going to help resonate with the people that you are trying to reach, that you understand the problem. Steve Jobs understood that. We all need to understand that as marketers. And Steve Jobs wasn't saying don't do market research. Apple does a lot of market research and even did then. They just approached it from a different perspective. So understand the problems. Don't ask your customers or your prospects to design the solution. That's your job. That's our job. Thanks for watching Fun with Research. We'll see you next Friday. You can go to funwithresearch.com for more videos and resources. I'm Susan Beyer signing out, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.